I am 108 years old. I have seen empires rise and fall. I have buried friends, family, even my own child. I have felt love so deep it changed me, and pain so sharp it almost broke me. And yet, I am not afraid to die. Not because I am brave. Not because I am tired. But because after 108 years, I discovered a truth most people realize too late. Death is not what you should fear. It's the life you refuse to live. Stay with the first fear. When I was a boy, death was a shadow. I didn't understand it, but I felt it. I remember lying awake at night, staring at the ceiling, wondering. One day, will I disappear? As a child, the idea of not existing terrified me. Children fear monsters. Adults fear meaninglessness. Back then, I thought death meant darkness. Now I know, darkness is something else. Part 2, when you feel invincible. At 20, I wasn't thinking about death. I was thinking about success. I believed strength was permanent. Energy was endless. Time was guaranteed. Youth lies to you gently. It whispers. You have plenty of time. I chased money. I chased recognition. I chased approval. And in that chase, I ignored something important. Moments don't wait. Part 3, the first real loss. The first time death touched my life closely, I was 32. A close friend. Healthy. Strong. One sudden illness. Gone. At the funeral, I kept staring at his hands. They looked exactly the same. But he wasn't there. That's when I realized something profound. The body is a house. We are the light inside it. And when the light leaves, the house remains empty. That night, fear entered my chest like ice. For the first time, I understood. This will happen to me too. Part 4, building a life. Life doesn't pause for your fear. You continue working. You get married. You raise children. I built a business with my bare hands. I made mistakes. I learned. I failed. I rebuilt. When my first child was born, I held him and thought. I must live forever. Not for me. For him. But life doesn't negotiate. It flows in one direction. Part 5, the day that broke me. I was 67 when my son died. No parent is designed to survive that. For months, I was not strong. I was angry. At fate. At God. At life. I asked, why not me? That was the only time I truly feared death, not because I might die. But because it felt unfair. Grief changes you. It strips away illusion. It forces you to confront questions you avoided your whole life. And in that pain, I discovered something unexpected. Love does not die. The body leaves. The love remains. That realization became the first crack in my fear. Part 6, understanding what we really fear. Most people think they fear death. They don't. They fear unfinished dreams. Words never spoken. Love never expressed. Apologies never made. Risks never taken. Regret is heavier than death. When I understood that, everything changed. Part 7, the great shift at 80. At 80, your body humbles you. You walk slower. You breathe deeper. You listen more. Time becomes visible. And I asked myself a simple question. If I had 1 year left, what would I fix? So I began fixing things. I called people I hadn't spoken to in years. I apologized, even when my pride resisted. I told my wife I loved her every single morning. I forgave people who never asked. Not because they deserved it. Because I deserved peace. And slowly, fear faded. Part 8, 5 Truths 108 Years Taught Me. After 108 years, I can tell you this with certainty. 1. Control is an illusion. You never truly had it. Letting go brings freedom. 2. Love is the only thing that multiplies. Money decreases. Status fades. Love expands. 3. Time is the most expensive currency. Spend it wisely. 4. Regret is a choice. Most regrets come from hesitation. 5. Peace is built, not found. You construct it through your decisions. Facing death without fear. People ask me, how can you be calm at 108? Because I have said what needed to be said. I have loved without holding back. I have forgiven fully. I have failed honestly. I have lived imperfectly, but intentionally. When you live that way, death becomes a chapter, not a threat. My morning at 108. Every morning I wake up slowly. I don't jump out of bed. I sit. I breathe. I thank God for one more sunrise. I drink tea near the window. The sunlight touches my hands, now covered in wrinkles. Each wrinkle is a memory. Each scar is a lesson. And I think, if this is my last day, it is enough. That sentence removes fear. The real secret. Here is the truth no one tells you. Death is certain. Fear is optional. You cannot escape death. But you can escape regret. And if you remove regret, there is nothing left to fear. Part 12, If you are young. If you are watching this and you are young, do not wait. Don't wait to love loudly. Don't wait to forgive. Don't wait to chase your dream. Don't wait to fix your relationship. One day you will blink, and decades will have passed. Life moves faster than you think. Part 13, What 108 Feels Like. It doesn't feel like 108 years. It feels like yesterday I was 20. That's the strange part. Time feels slow while living. But in memory, it feels instant. That is why you must live fully. Because one day, your entire life will feel like a short story. Make it a meaningful one. Final message, strong emotional closing. If death knocks tonight, I will open the door calmly. Not because I am excited, but because I am satisfied. Satisfied that I tried. Satisfied that I loved. Satisfied that I forgave. Satisfied that I showed up. I am 108 years strong. And the truth about facing death without fear is simple. Live in a way that makes you proud to have lived. Then death loses its power over you. Awareness, death loses its sharp edges and becomes simply the final chapter of a story you have written with honesty and courage, and if there is anything a 108-year-old man can offer you, it is this. Do not wait for illness to value your health, do not wait for loss to express your love, do not wait for old age to seek wisdom, do not wait for the shadow of death to start truly living, because one day you will look back and realize that decades passed in what feels like a single breath, and the only question that will matter is not how long you lived but how deeply you did. And I am not unafraid because I am strong but because I have made peace with my imperfections and my past, because I understand that life was never meant to be controlled but experienced, because I know that the love I have given will outlive my body, and because when the moment comes to close my eyes for the final time I will do so not with panic but with quiet gratitude, knowing that I showed up for my own life, that I embraced both joy and sorrow as teachers, that I stumbled yet continued forward, and that I did my best with the years entrusted to me, and in the end that is all any of us can truly do. Then do not let this message end here. Subscribe to this channel, join this journey of wisdom and real conversations about life, like this video so it can reach someone who may need these words, and share it with a person you care about, because together we can build a community that chooses to live without regret and face every tomorrow with courage.